strong. You are totally in the right place. Yesterday, I began this conversation as a response to a Because Facts video. So yesterday, going around the internet, there was this big, I feel like it's still going around the internet, there's this big viral video that's asking the question, is being strong black woman, is the strong black woman stereotype actually hurting black women? And yesterday, I did a video response to it, and I said, not only yes, but hell yes. It's not only hurting black women, to me, it's hurting all women, right? And if you didn't check out that video, I want you to go and watch that video. But today I'm actually getting on to talk about it in a personal nature, and I really wanted to bring it home because I think a lot of us, maybe although we see Olivia Pope on television, we see Annalise Keating on television, Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder, and the numerous other caricatures and characters that are on television that show us the stereotype. We're living it. And so I want to make sure that you all see it, and to me, understand why it's harmful, and then of course what we can do about it, right? So again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you on the replay, definitely thank you so much. Please feel free to comment, share, and like. If you aren't following Bella and the Babe, make sure you're following me here on Facebook. So for those of you that are new to me, hi, my name is Brooke-Sidney. I'm the owner of a company called Bella and the Babe, whose mission it is to empower authentic and mindful motherhood. So what I do in a quick and simple is basically I help tired and guilt-ridden moms break free from mama guilt, find more time for self-care or me time, and love the life they are presently living. Yes, the key word there is presently. To love the life they are occupying and embodying now. Because I'm all into mindfulness, right? We do not want to be hoping for a life we have in the future. We need to love the one that we have right now. So today I'm actually getting on to really kind of continue the conversation about this whole superwoman and strong thing. But I wanted to really make it personal so that you can understand the lessons that I've learned and why I think being super strong, I don't care, it's not a race thing. Being super strong is not helping us as women, it's actually harming us. And I have firsthand experience with this. So for those of you that, don't know a lot about me, maybe after this video you will. So about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago to the date, my husband and I separated, right? We separated. And it had only been maybe a year before that I had actually moved back to Los Angeles. Now, yes, I am familiar with Los Angeles. I did grad school here and law school here. And I really felt like I had this solid group of friends, right? I really felt like I had this solid group of friendships that would be there for me, obviously through the good times and the bad, okay? So dun, 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 right? So my son was barely 2 years old and my husband and I separated. And during that separation, my son and I actually left our beautiful home and moved in with this woman I consider my Buddhist mom. And I'm so thankful for her support, right? But we moved in with her and she really, gave us space, gave us a room, gave us bathroom. It was awesome and it was what we needed. But it was also a dramatic change, okay? It was a super dramatic change. It was a very tumultuous time. I went through a highly litigious divorce, and I'm not going to get into all of the details about the divorce and the reasons for the divorce, but I am going to say this, that it was the hardest time in my entire life, okay? The hands down, the hardest and most difficult time of my life. And I remember feeling like, where are my friends? Where are my friends? And I knew at this point, really at the beginning of the separation, people knew that I was going through a divorce, especially this circle of friends, this friends that I thought were my, girlfriends. They knew that I was going through this divorce, and, but no one was reaching out. No one was reaching out. No one was offering help. Not that it wasn't like I necessarily needed financial help or anything like that, but just emotional support. Just, hey, Brooke-Sidney, I'm here for you. Do you want to grab coffee? All of these things. I even had people tell me to my face, they didn't think that it must be fine. Like, you look fine. Like, you must be doing great. And I'm like, what the hell? I am going through a divorce. My stuff is in storage. I have left my beautiful home. My son and I are living in one room. One room. I don't even know what tomorrow is going to look like. I'm going through a highly litigious divorce. How am I okay? How am I okay? And I literally had people tell me, well, do your friends know? Do they actually know that you're going through a divorce? Do they know that you need your help? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they do. But so then I actually went back and I told people, I was like, okay, I need help. Like, I need your support. Like, I'm going through a divorce and everything. And really, at the end of the day, one of them showed up after I moved into my home, like literally after I had gone through the big adjustment and transition period. And I had one of the friends in the circle be like, hey, let us know when your housewarming is. Let us know when your housewarming is. Like, where the hell were you throughout the entire time that I'm going through this major life struggle? Arguably one of the worst things that I've gone through my entire life. Where were my friends? Okay. So I'm not getting on today to just trash my so-called friends. There's a reason for this. One of the things I realized in this whole thing, right? I learned what I want in friends, because I wasn't actually needing anyone to come pack up my stuff. I had movers. I wasn't really needing anyone, you know what I mean, to necessarily give me money. I didn't need that. I just needed emotional support. I needed someone to be like, hey, can I come over and sit with you? Hey, do you want to go grab lunch? Hey, you know, let's take our kids to go play, or, you know, those simple things like, hey, I'm so sorry that you're going through this, right? Like, the very simple things. That's all that I needed. That's all that I wanted. It wasn't like I needed a lot. I just needed support. So what I realized in this whole lesson, especially now 2 years out of it, and also looking back on how it has shown up in my life, is that my resilience and my ability to take care of myself and this perception of Brooke-Sidney is strong. So I can tell you, it's not just them. One of the biggest things that I heard was, Brooke, you always look like you're doing okay. You're always so strong. You're always so strong. Like, you look like you're doing fine. You look like you're okay. You always land on your feet. These are literally quotes from people. You always land on your feet. You always make things happen. And you guys, I do make things happen. You know, I put myself through school, undergraduate. I put myself through a study abroad program. I put myself through graduate school. I've moved myself all across the country. I have put myself through law school. I was editor-in-chief of the Law Review. I have done a lot of things. I became a mother when I wasn't 25. I have done a lot of things. It still doesn't mean that I don't need help and that I don't need support. But what I realized is that my ability to do and how I show up in the world as being fully capable, fully resilient, always problem solving, always helping other people, I've seen it at work. The more Brooke-Sidney does, the more I'm given to do. I have learned that this ultra strong superwoman persona or perception hasn't benefited me in terms of my relationships. It hasn't benefited me in terms of getting the support that I needed. Even in my personal relationships, now as I am creating new friendships, as I am having new interactions even with men, right? Because I'm an indie mom now, I am single, right? I'm learning, no, you can ask for support and you deserve support. We're not talking financial, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about emotional and mental support. I'm talking about having people that show up for you. I didn't have that. I haven't had that the majority of my life. And we as women, and I think especially people of color, Black women, we're taught that we have to be strong. And that being strong means we can do it on our own. And we don't need anybody, and we don't need help. And I'm telling you, that's only hurting us. It's only hurting those of us that believe that. And as a result, we're not learning the proper skills to ask for help. And then we can't really blame people when we look like we don't need any. That's what I learned. So I know now in the future, right, I'm not going to create an environment, because I realize I have a lot of people around me that rely on me, but I can't rely on them. But I created that situation. I have those friendships. I have those people in my life. I am the only one to blame. I chose those people, right? I chose people who relied on me for my strength and who ultimately I couldn't rely on in times of need. That was me not consciously choosing, but I know that I am responsible and that I did ultimately create this situation. But what now is the point is that I have learned from it. And I'm telling you as women, I'm sharing this with you as women. I don't want anyone to go through a divorce alone like I did, or have one person, very few people show up to help you. And I mean that in an emotional way, right? I want you to have relationships in your life where it is okay for you to be vulnerable. It is okay for you to cry. It is okay for you not to appear strong all the time. We're not strong all the time. Yes, I have inner strength. I have inner resilience, right? It doesn't mean that I don't need help. And we all deserve to have people around us and the space in our lives to fall down and to have someone else sometimes help us up. But we have to know our part. We have to be able to create these relationships and also know that being strong doesn't mean that we have to always do it on our own or be so tough, right? So I'm sharing that today because it is truly from my heart, and it is definitely a true story. And I think that it's a way that we can all see a little bit of ourselves and also understand why I teach what I teach and why I am so passionate about women honoring themselves, making space for all of them, their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, and not feeling like we have to be a certain way, but truly being who we are and trusting that that will fully serve us. So again, I would love to hear what you think about this. I would love to know if this surprised you. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling? If you've experienced similar things, please let me know, right? Please let me know. Is being strong helping you or hurting you? And of course, join my free Mindful Mama community that's here right on Facebook. And I also have a monthly Mama membership circle as well. And I'll put some of those notes in the comments. But I'm looking forward to hearing your comments. Please tag a mama. Please tag a mama that needs to hear this. It needs to hear the message that she gets to define what being strong is, and that having this perception of being super strong doesn't necessarily benefit us, right? Being true to who we are and allowing space for support and help and creating friendships that nurture and provide that for us is really key, especially as mamas. So take care, and I will talk with you all soon.